Oh, we're at the Cockcroft now, June. What is it we're supposed to look out for?
A fracas was how the neighbour described it, sir.
That looks like a fracas.
Right, that's enough!
Break it up! Get after him! All right. Not you.
Someone else!
Go ahead, George.
Assistance required, Cockcroft estate. I see one male in connection with an assault at Ballard House. He's tall, slim, fair hair.
You okay, Polly?
He's wearing a black jacket, black jeans, black trainers.
Received, George.
Oi! Stop! He's legging it towards Gatley Road. There's any number of streets he can turn into from now.
Are you hurt?
It'd take more than a couple of yobbos.
So, what was it about?
Nothing for you to worry about, copper.
Sorry about that, sir.
Never mind, Sierra 1 might have better luck. Hey, don't go wandering off. I asked you what happened.
I saw what happened. Those two thugs set on him. It was me who called the police.
So, let me ask you again. What was it about? Hang on.
You paws off me and get out of the way.
No need for that attitude. What's your name?
His name's Ken Farley. He lives on the second floor up there with his daughter and grandchild.
Haven't you anything better to do, missus?
Wait, what's the matter with you? This lady's asked us here to help you.
She might have. I never asked for help. I don't need coppers helping me. So push off. Back to Gestapo HQ.
Had a drink, have we, Mr. Farley?
I am over 18, son.
All right, calm down.
Don't you tell me what...
Hey! Easy!
Right, you're coming with us.
You what?
You're under arrest.
You got stupid for what?
For being drunk and disorderly. Come on.
Yeah, the area cars had a scout around Gatley Road, but no sign of the one who hit Polly.
At least we've got his mate.
Yeah, Colin Bedford, I know him. He's on a suspended sentence for assault 3 months ago.
Oh, Polly, how are you feeling now?
OK, sir. It's nothing really.
You might think it's nothing. I don't. Have you seen the FME?
He says it's OK to carry on. It's only a bruise.
It was assault, and I want the man who did it nicked. Which means we need a name.
Now, Bedford won't say anything until his solicitor gets here.
I'll pass on the news. Colin Bedford solicitor, sir. I reckon he's going to be tied up in court another hour or so.
Don't they have anyone else?
Apparently not.
Sarge, that drunk and disorderly. He's just thrown up.
Do we know anything more about him?
Nothing on the PNC, sir.
I'll have a word with Donna about Bedford, see if there's any known associates, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the problem, Mr. Farley? I thought you said you weren't injured in the fight.
I wasn't.
Is it just the alcohol, or are you ill?
I'll live.
I hope so.
Embarrassing, is it? When they die on you.
Now, don't get clever. It's your welfare we're thinking of.
Oh, that'll be the day. What are you staring at?
You've worked down a coal mine at some time.
What of it? Right now I'm sitting in a cell wondering for how much longer.
I'd like the police doctor to take a look at you.
Forget it.
A precaution.
I said forget it. I hate doctors. Almost as much as I hate coppers.
Even so. He certainly doesn't look healthy. Is the FME still around, Reg?
Well, I think he's just leaving, sir.
Run and see if you can catch him, will you? Sir.
Sunniest of individuals are Mr. Farley.
It's his health that concerns me, not his personality.
Sir, how'd you know he'd been a miner?
He's got the miner's tattoo, that blue scar on his forehead, caused by coal dust getting into an open wound.
Bedford was convicted of assault 3 months ago. A Turkish factory worker was beaten up.
Yeah, I know, he got suspended for it. If I remember rightly, CID thought there was a second man involved with the assault.
Name of Gary Jennings, but they couldn't prove it and Bedford wasn't saying.
You got a card on this, Jennings?
He's got convictions for assault. And you're in luck. There is a photograph.
That's him.
You sure?
Oh, yeah, I know that face.
Sir, we've got an address for Gary Jennings, 32 Vallon Road.
Better take backup if there's any available.
Sir?
Sir, Ken Farley's daughter's in the front office.
Right, I'd like to speak to her.
Look, You sure you're going to be up to this?
Quite sure, thanks.
OK. Come on, Reg, we haven't got all day.
You're at the same address as your father, Mrs. Ward?
It's my flat. Dad turned up 6 months ago. A divorce had just come through and he reckoned I must be lonely. There's been nothing but trouble since.
What kind of trouble?
He's only just come out of hospital. Had this illness, acute pancreatitis it's called, because of his drinking.
I've asked the police doctor to have a look at him. When did he leave hospital?
2 weeks ago. He discharged himself against his doctor's advice.
It's always possible he was injured when these two men had a go at him. Any idea why they'd attack him?
Depends on who they were.
One of them is called Colin Bedford. We think the other one might have been Gary Jennings. Oh, you know them?
The firm I used to work for, Manderstar Accessories. It's run by Frank Jennings, Gary's dad.
And what kind of firm are we talking about?
Oh, they pack household products, bits and bobs. Sweatshop would be a better word for the place.
And what's your father's connection with it?
Frank Jennings is a leech. He pays his workers £2 an hour. Most of them are foreign. Dad got to know some of them when I was there. He meets them in the pub and, well, stirs them up.
How do you mean?
Tells them they should strike for better pay. He's an old union man, isn't he? Couldn't resist one last crusade.
There was a union official called Farley who worked around the Derbyshire coalfields.
So you know him?
I wondered if it might be the same man.
He's the same man in one respect. When he gets hold of a cause, he won't let go.
And you think Frank Jennings was behind the assault on your father? Is that what you're saying?
I know one thing. A few months back, Colin Bedford was done for beating up a Turkish guy who worked for Jennings. The Turk reckoned Jennings had cheated him out of overtime pay, and he was threatening to kick up a stink. So Jennings had him sorted out.
Can you prove that Frank Jennings was involved in the assault on your father?
Of course I can't prove it, no.
It's a serious allegation to make without proof.
I wouldn't make it if I didn't believe it was the truth. I'm telling you, Frank Jennings is behind this.
What I can do if he won't let me examine him? He says he's had pancreatitis.
That's what his daughter told Mr. Munro.
He's got the outward symptoms: sweating, trembling, severe stomach pains. Could well be a recurrence.
How serious is this pancreatitis?
Inflammation of the pancreas. Many alcoholics die of it. Is he staying here?
Not if I can help it.
He really needs to get medical treatment.
That's his decision.
His decision for the moment, perhaps.
Sergeant Boyden doesn't feel it's worth charging him, sir, and I agree. A caution ought to be sufficient.
Absolutely. If he's got a death wish, let him satisfy it elsewhere.
But there's still this link between Frank and Gary Jennings.
What about it?
It might be worth looking into.
I don't see why. You say Farley himself isn't pointing the finger at anyone.
He's not in the least bit inclined to help the police.
Then why should we bust a gut on his behalf?
Yeah. This is the one. If he's home.
There's one way to find out.
Tony and me take the front, you go around the back with Reg.
Yeah, hang about, my lace keeps coming undone.
You're under arrest for assault on a police officer!
Get off! Us!
Don't just stand there, make yourself useful!
All right.
Oi! That's the service! Oi, copper! What is it now? Thought I was allowed to have a brief. I've already explained in big letters he's been in court.
However, his officer's just rung and he's on his way. And your mate Gary Jennings has been brought in, so you won't be totally alone.
Gary's been nicked.
Thought you had to face the music on your own, did you?
Wouldn't be the first time.
So, what was the fight with Ken Farley all about?
He made some smart remark or other. He'd been drinking. We thought we'd teach him a lesson.
Was anyone else involved, aside from you and Colin Bedford?
Why should there be anyone else involved?
Someone who had a grudge against Farley.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't your father also keen to teach Farley a lesson?
My old man?
Farley's been a thorn in his side.
Of course he wasn't involved. And talking to my old man, I told the sergeant I wanted him contacted.
It's being seen to.
We'll also be talking to Colin Bedford.
You won't get anything out of him. Talking's not his strong point. He only learnt to walk last week.
Sir, Frank Jennings was out when we phoned, but he should be back any moment.
Think I'll go and break the news to him in person? Excuse me, where can I find your employer? Mr. Jennings?
That's him over there, with a briefcase.
Look, I don't want to know about problems, just get it sorted, all right?
Mr. Jennings, Inspector Monroe, Sun Hill. We've been trying to contact you.
I've been out. What's the problem?
Is there somewhere we can talk? It's about your son, Gary. He's been arrested for assault on police.
Oh, yeah?
You don't seem too surprised.
It's not the first time he's been in trouble with the police. Has the solicitor been informed?
He didn't ask for one.
Well, if he doesn't need a solicitor, he won't be needing me either.
Don't you even want to know what it was about?
Look, what my son does is nothing to do with me.
It's not what I hear.
What are you talking about?
The assault occurred when your son and another man, Colin Bedford, attacked Ken Farley. You're acquainted with Ken Farley, I believe?
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear he's involved. He's a born troublemaker.
I understand he's been trying to organise your workers.
Wrong. I organise my workers. Then this blast from the past comes along, tries to get them out on strike.
He seems to have the idea they're being exploited.
Well, they've got jobs, which is more than a lot of people have. But what's it to him anyway? He doesn't even work here. You know what these people are like.
It's mostly foreign workers you employ, Mr. Jennings?
It's legal, if that's what you're wondering. I can show you all the
papers. It won't be
papers.
necessary. It's not why I'm here.
You're here to tell me my son's been arrested, right? Message received.
It's been alleged you may have been implicated in the attack on Ken Farley.
Alleged by who? Farley? Or was it his daughter? Yeah, she would.
Why do you say that?
She's vindictive. She used to work here, till I sacked her.
Because of your dispute with the father?
Goes a bit deeper than that. She and I had a little thing going between us for a while, and I ended it. Hell hath no fury, eh?
Oh, it's certainly true that Colin Bedford was involved in an assault on one of your employees a few months back.
Look, I can't help it if my employees get into fights. I'm afraid Maureen Ward's been wasting your time, Inspector. And talking of time, it's money.
Excuse, please. You are here because of Farley.
What makes you think that, Mr.
Mihailovich? I am friend of Farley. Today I tried to contact him, but his daughter say there is trouble. I tell her, I am afraid for Farley.
And why is that?
Jennings make threats. He say he fix Farley.
He said this to you?
No. He say to Farley on telephone 2 days ago. Farley tell me this. You arrest Jennings.
It's hearsay, Mr. Mihailovich.
I don't understand.
I'd need to hear it from Farley himself.
You're going to have to check every one of those names.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 1 receiving.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I'm going to Ken Farley's place, June, to have another word with him. Make sure
Sergeant Cry knows. Got that, sir.
He's just having a lie down.
You still feeling unwell?
Unwell? Oh, no. Not him. He's invincible. Won't accept that he's the one that needs help now.
I've talked with Frank Jennings.
Oh, yeah? What's he been saying?
He claims you've got a personal grudge against him.
Thought he might. But what happened between him and me's irrelevant.
Not if it's your reason for making allegations against him.
Well, it isn't.
Should have known better. And when a daughter of mine can get involved with a bloke like Frank Jennings.
You might be good at sorting out other people's lives, Dad, but I'll decide for myself what I do, OK?
My daughter, all right.
I've got to get ready to go out. It's open day at my lad's school.
You've no need to worry about Frank Jennings, love. His workers will straighten him out.
Oh, will they? He'll just get rid of them and take on new people.
Still worth fighting for. A fair day's pay. For a fair day's work, it's a principle.
People can't eat principles, Dad. When are you going to understand that?
What do you want?
I was hoping to have another word with you. Your wife?
Late wife. Belongs to the past. Like the rest of that lot. I don't know why I keep 'em, useless clutter.
You can't forget where you came from, or the people who made you.
No made you.
I started my working life as a miner.
Not a miner anymore, though. Do you sleep well?
I sleep very well. I've been speaking to your friend, Mr. Mihailovich.
He's a good lad. But he'll have to watch his step or Jennings will have him like he did the Turkish fella.
He says Jennings threatened you.
So it's not first time he'd be threatening me. What's it to thee?
If Jennings is arranging to have people beaten up, I want to know about it.
Why?
It happens to be against the law. And in this case, it led to one of my officers being assaulted.
I'm sure your officers can take it. They've never been averse to dishing it out.
So you're happy for Jennings to get away with it?
Get away with it? Listen, I've enough information on Jennings to get that place closed. He's breaking any number of health and safety laws. He's working national insurance scams.
So, tell me the details.
You're asking me to help the police?
Yes. And why is that so difficult?
Because when you put on that uniform and walked away from the pit, you became my enemy.
I'd say that's your enemy, Ken.
I don't need lectures from a copper.
Look, I'm not here to fight old battles. And you're in no shape to fight any kind of battle. You should be in hospital. Let somebody else take on Jennings.
Don't bother. He's old and stubborn, and he expects the rest of us to be as staunch as he is. One thing I want you to be clear about, though. I wasn't trying to set up Frank Jennings. I was telling the truth. See you later, Don.
I know it's hard for her, but I'm not doing it for fun. Jennings is exploiting those people. I have to get involved.
Your solicitor tells me you want to make a statement.
That's right, Mr. Cry. I asked to talk to you. Look, I got a suspended hanging over me from the last time, right?
If you're looking to make a deal, I should tell you straight off it's out of the question. You know what a suspended sentence means.
I know all that, but I still feel knocked. I was sitting in that cell thinking, how comes I'm in here? It wasn't me who hit that policewoman.
No? But you were involved in the assault on Ken Farley, weren't you?
Yeah, and this is what bugs me. Seems like every time Jennings wants something done, I end up answering for it. It's like the last time.
Turkish bloke, you mean?
I was up in the dock on my own. It's no thanks to Jennings I got off with her suspended.
And which Jennings would that be?
Both of them, of course. Well, blood's thicker than water. They cover their own backs. They think they can just throw me at the crocodiles. Well, not this time.
Can we be a bit more specific?
The Turk and the fight with Farley was doing it with Gary's old man.
Frank Jennings put you up to this. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And he's willing to make a statement naming Frank Jennings?
Yes, sir.
Well, we can pull Jennings in then.
Garfield and Page are on their way there now.
Good, thanks, Bob. One of the men who attacked you has implicated Frank Jennings. If we were to investigate other areas where Jennings may have broken the law, any chance of you helping out?
I'll think about it.
What's happened? Mr. Jennings thumped him. He hit his head on the bench as he fell.
Are you all right, mate? Do you need an ambulance?
No, I am okay.
He accused Mr. Jennings of having Ken Farley attacked. And Mr. Jennings was in a real temper after that police officer was here.
Where's Frank Jennings now?
Stormed off. Said he was going to fix Farley once and for all. Mr. Mihailovich tried to stop him.
All right, would you mind giving me a few details, madam, over here?
Sierra Oscar 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Sierra Oscar 1 receiving.
Are you still at Ken Farley's place, sir?
I've just left there, June. What's up?
Well, Frank Jennings has assaulted one of his employees.
It seems he's on his way to Ken Farley's.
Right, I'm on my way back.
Receive, sir.
Hello, Ken? Are you there? Sierra Oscar from Inspector Monroe receiving.
Go ahead, sir.
Ambulance required at 23. That's 23 Ballard House on the Cockcroft estate.
Sir? Sir, can you hear me? Are you all right?
Ken Farley's lying in there injured. Can you stay with him, please, till the ambulance gets here? All units from Sierra Oscar 1. I'm chasing Frank Jennings.
He's heading out to Ballard House.
Sierra Oscar 86, approaching Ballard House now.
There he is, Paul. Let's have him.
Drive round the other side, George! Polly, you go up and stay with Farley! Frank Jennings, I'm arresting you for assault. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence.
I only hit him once. In the stomach, not the head. He went down. He just stayed down.
I'll see about a cup of tea.
Polly?
He died 5 minutes ago, sir. The doctor said it could have been the blow to the stomach, what with him already being ill. But they need to do a PM before they know the exact cause.
I'm very sorry.
He didn't have much left to live for, I suppose. But this was no way for him to die.
What's going on?
You'll be interviewed soon.
Why can't he leave it alone? It's as though he's got some sort of personal crusade going. I can't understand the bloke.
No. Cheers.
I hope this place is as difficult to get out of as it is to get in.
Somebody studied something.
Who's that? Terry Stoker. 10 years for armed robbery, put one of the security guards in a wheelchair. Yeah, no doubt he's doing an open university degree. He'll come out better qualified than I am.
We're here to see Johnny Owen. Right, table 4. Follow me. That one over there. Hello, Johnny. How's things?
Oh, great.
Looking after you all right, are they?
Yeah. I don't suppose you,
You ought to give those up, you know, Johnny.
What, in here? You don't give stuff up.
Well, I should have thought it was a perfect opportunity.
Look. Yeah, but these 3 jobs I pulled off before I got nicked.
Hang on. What's the hurry?
Well, you didn't come here to talk about me health, did you?
OK. Go on.
Well, like I was saying, them 3 jobs, I never got done for them.
Oh, and they've been hanging on your conscience ever since?
I just want to get things cleared up so I can make a fresh start when I get out.
OK.
And
Well, come on then, spit it out.
I want out of here.
Well, I'm sure you've been a model, Prisoner Johnny. It's a little bit early to be thinking of that.
I mean a transfer. Oh, this is urgent. It's me mum.
And what's wrong with your mum then?
Well, she's got this angina. Now she's gone and had this fall. She can't get all the way down here from Leeds. But Armley, well, it's just round the corner, isn't it?
And how long you lived in London now?
All right, so I'm not the best son in the world, but I'm all she's got since our Craig died.
Latest crime sheet from Barton Street.
Anything interesting?
One burglar. He's admitted to 3 break-ins in our area.
That's what I like to hear.
There's something here might interest you. Darryl Griffiths.
Never heard of him.
He raided a building society yesterday. Escaped on a motorbike but got hit by a bus. He wasn't badly hurt.
Oh, never mind.
But he's admitted doing that post office in Meadows Street last year.
Did it with his brother Frank. That's nice, isn't it?
He's inside now, up the road.
Danny Pearce is already there. He could have sorted this one out while he was at it.
So this is a lot then?
That's right.
So tell me about them.
Oh, I didn't. What more do you want to know?
Well, we need to know you're telling the truth. Give us some details.
Let's start with the post office in Meadows Street.
Must have been. That's right, March the 18th.
Well, you remember that exactly, do you?
It's the day before my birthday. There was a coloured girl behind the counter.
Yeah, I remember her. She was off work for 3 months.
I never touched her.
You pointed a gun at her.
It was only a replica.
She wasn't to know that.
All right. Go on.
Look, are you going to help me or what?
If this lot checks out, I'll have a word.
Yeah, but you could do that now while you're here. These are legit, I'm telling you. I need that transfer.
Yeah, please. So who's Johnny on then?
He wants his mum.
Oh, only put his hands up for that lot, hasn't he?
Hang on. This one was in the crime sheet this morning.
What was?
Post office in Maydale Street. Have you got it there, Suzi?
Yeah, here it is. That's right. They've got a bloke down at Barton Street who's saying he did it.
That's right, he did it with his brother, and he's inside.
Frank Griffiths?
Never heard of him.
There's nothing here about Johnny Owen.
Well, they can't all have done it. I mean, there's hardly any room for one blag in that post office, let alone 3.
Well, then Owen must be winding us up. I bet when we check, none of those will be kosher.
He must be desperate.
So what's he after?
He wants to transfer.
According to Johnny, his mum's on her last leg and she's pining for her boy.
Hasn't Owen got a wife round here somewhere?
Yeah, that's right, Teresa. Apparently, she doesn't visit him anymore. Jim, why don't you go and pay her a visit? See if she can shed any light on this. I'll go back and have a gentle word in Johnny's shell-like.
You could have landed me right in it there, Johnny.
Told you the truth.
The truth? You wouldn't know the truth if it bit you.
Well, hell, I know the details of all them jobs if I
How
had done.
about from Frank Griffiths, who's currently residing 3 doors down from you in E-Wing?
I'm only trying to help you out.
Help me out? Thanks to you, I could have looked at best stupid, at worst corrupt.
Look, I need to get out of here! If I don't get out, I'm going to top myself.
Yeah, well, when you do, let me know. I'll come and give you a hand. So, who is it?
What?
We obviously got up somebody's nose, apart from mine. Who is it?
I owe someone money.
What for? What for? Drugs?
Dope. Well, look about. What else is there in here?
So who is it?
I can't tell you that. Tomorrow's payday, that's when we get paid for the work we do. That's when the dealers move in. Everyone's in debt to them. You never pay it all off, but as long as you pay something in, you get your smokes.
Only you've exceeded your credit rating.
Yeah, if I don't pay up tomorrow, I'm dog meat.
So? Who is it?
I can't tell you that. I'm in it deep enough as it is.
Listen, Johnny, if I'm going to help you, and right now that's a very big if, I'm going to need a name.
Was Johnny really in trouble?
Well, he seems pretty desperate to get a transfer.
He must be. There's no love lost between him and his mother.
Look, have you got any idea what it might be? Look, love, you can only help him by talking to us.
Well, it's dope, isn't it? That's why I stopped going.
Sorry?
He was always on at me to bring money in. So they only get paid a couple of quid a week.
What, and you did? You took money in? Oh, this is off the record.
Well, it's easy enough. You give them a kiss when you go in. And they get it changed inside. 50p's are what they need.
Well, who does this for him?
Oh, I don't know. There's always someone. It's getting ridiculous. £5 or £10 a time. I mean, what do you think I'm living on out here?
So when did you stop visiting him?
About 3 months ago. He's probably gotten deeper since then.
Look, has Johnny ever said who he's in debt to?
He never told me anything like that. I mean, he wouldn't. They are going to move him, aren't they?
It's hardly news to us that there's cannabis on E-Wing.
It's an ongoing problem, Sergeant.
I realise that, sir, but Owen's given me a name. Terry Stoker? He's in here for armed robbery. I saw him earlier crossing the yard. And he thinks a man called Shane Bushell may be obtaining the stuff for him on the outside. Now, Bushell was released from here...
About 6 months ago.
Well, Bushell lives locally, and he's in with the Stoker's family.
When he was in here, he was Stoker's messenger boy.
And a bit besides. See, the thing is, sir, if Bushell is doing Stoker's buying for him on the outside, then somebody, possibly a member of staff, must be bringing it in for him.
Oh, yes, that is possible, of course.
Now, I'm not trying to tread on anybody's toes here, but I just think we may have a chance to catch whoever it is.
What do you suggest?
Well, tomorrow's payday, is that right?
That's right. They get the pay and then they go to the canteen and they buy the toiletries and the like. Any deals that get done after that.
So, assuming Stoker isn't hiding the stuff in the prison somewhere...
Oh, he's taking a big risk if he is.
Then whoever it is must be bringing it in tonight or tomorrow. If we mount a surveillance on Bushell, see if he meets up with anyone on the staff, I'll need a full staff list, officers, civilian employees.
We can get you a printout.
We might just get lucky. Naturally, if this comes off, we'll need to move Owen out of here.
Yeah, and move the riot squad in.
So, where's Bushell now?
He's just coming down the high street. Jim's behind him. We should see them any minute.
Taking over. He's looking in a shop.
So what are the drug squad doing then?
Oh, I did tell them about the dope dealing inside. They didn't exactly faint the shock.
He's looking in the shop window at the moment. I didn't stop or he would have clocked me.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. Shane Bushell.
So where's he been?
Well, the DSSS, the bookies, he stopped in the grapes for a whiskey and coke.
Whiskey and coke? We should be able to do him for that alone.
There goes Suzi.
Look, supposing he does meet with someone, look, wouldn't it be simpler just to lift him there and then?
No, we just want to find out who it is. See, if he's a member of the prison staff, they can get him on a random bag search in the morning and we won't compromise Johnny Owen.
You reckon?
Well, that's the theory, anyway.
Going on right under their noses. You're not telling me blind eyes aren't turned.
Well, the dope keeps them quiet, doesn't it? I suppose the screws want a quiet life.
He's standing by the newspaper stand opposite the tube. He looks like he might be waiting for someone.
Right, I'll go and have a look.
Watch where you're going, you stupid prat. Keep your eyes out.
He's just bumped into someone. I think he might be the one. I'm following. Bushell's gone into the tube.
Well, if you're not sure, stay with Bushell. Suzi!
Don't lose him!
Let's get up there.
Lost them.
Well, where's Suzi?
She went down an alley down there.
Well, what did she see? Did she say anything?
I wasn't saying.
You wait here.
I need a vehicle check. Blue Cavalier, registration Golf 685, Hotel Kilo.
Where is he?
He's driven off. I got his number.
We've lost a bushel. Come on.
I had to follow one or the other.
So what happened?
Bushel bumped into this bloke. They had a bit of an argument and then they went on.
Did you see anything change hands?
I don't know. I might have.
Might have?
It happened very quickly. Bushel had this newspaper. I'm not sure that he had it afterwards.
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
Knock it on the head.
Well, nothing else to do. I told you to stay with Bushel.
I was the only person on the spot. I had to make a decision. I thought that's what I was paid for.
Yeah, all right. Come on, let's go. Take me around to my car, will you?
Well, worse things happen at sea, eh?
Try again next week. I'll review the situation in the morning.
Sierra Oscar 7 from Sierra Oscar, your vehicle check. Vehicle registered to Mr. Alan Harding, 4848 Nellfield Road.
Pass that staff list in the glove compartment. Receive, Sierra Oscar.
Well, he's not a screw. Suzi.
Where?
Looks like the drinks are on me.
Well done, Suzi.
Alan Harding, one of your civilian staff.
Oh, the prison handyman. He's been with us 4 years.
He's a good man. There's a good chip here, anyway.
You are sure about this?
He had an encounter with Shane Bushel at a tube station last night. Now, if it was innocent, it was one hell of a coincidence.
Right. Are we all set, Mr. Garner?
Yes, sir. Usual routine. We do the random searches 2 or 3 times a month.
Now, obviously, we'll keep out of the way until it's over.
Or you can wait in my office. Where are your people?
They're parked round the corner near the car park. Once you've detained him, they'll give it a decent interval, make it look pucker, then they'll come and take him away.
And what about the other fellow?
Bushel, same again. Give it half an hour or so, and we'll pick him up at home. Hopefully, it'll just look like a stroke of luck on your part.
Yeah, I wouldn't bank on it. There aren't too many secrets in this place.
At one point I thought it was going to be sent back to Hendon.
Yeah, he can get a bit intense at times.
At least he had the good grace to apologise.
So where the hell's Harding?
Well, like I said yesterday, Sergeant, it's an ongoing problem.
I'm aware of that, sir.
Now, where there's a demand, well, there's always going to be people willing to supply it.
I suppose so.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm as keen on catching these men as you are.
Of course, sir.
What I'm saying is, we shouldn't kid ourselves. We can solve the whole problem.
No, sir. I stopped doing that some years ago.
Here we are.
So that's Harding.
Yeah, that's him.
Right, 10 minutes or so.
What's he doing?
Looks like he's legging it. Someone's warned him off.
There's no one in the car park. We better follow him. DS Pearce from Sierra Oscar 7.
Go ahead.
Suspect's turned away. He got as far as the car park and turned round. We're following. He can't have seen us, can he?
Well, if he has, he's playing it cool. Look, keep an eye out in case he dumps anything.
Certainly isn't in any hurry, is he?
Where does he live?
If he's been warned it's only a random search, he'll most likely go home and lie low. But if he knows we're involved, he'll probably try and dump the stuff.
So what happens now?
We just go for it and get Johnny Owen out of here as soon as possible.
Oh, that's all in hand.
The next question is, who tipped Harding off?
Well, there was no one in the car park. Anyway, anyone down there wouldn't know there was a search on until it was too late.
Could anybody have signalled to him?
Well, no security system's foolproof.
How many of the staff have been through the search area?
Most of them, sir. Harding was one of the last to arrive.
So what you're saying is, it could have been almost anybody?
Basically, yes.
Mr. Harding?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Constable Carver, Sunhill CID, and this is WPC Croft.
Oh, my God.
Would you mind if we took a look inside your box, please, sir? Mr. Harding? Mr. Harding?
Jim, mobile phone.
Mr. Harding, would you open your box for me, please?
It's in the lunchbox.
Alan Harding, I'm arresting you on suspicion of possession with intent to supply. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Morning, Shane!
Just come
Stay right there! Come here, come here! Come here! Hey! Come here! Put it down!
Get him. That's right, he only wants to play. I think they get a bad press. Personally, I think they make an ideal family pet. You're Nick, by the way.
I didn't have any choice. I've got a wife and 2 kids. Well, my daughter's married now. But they know where we all live. The Stokers, they're like the mafia.
So when did Bushell approach you?
About 6 months ago, just after he got released. He come up to me one night in the pub.
And you knew who he was?
Yeah, I knew him. He was Stoker's runner on the inn. Well, you get to know him inside.
So you're friendly with him?
I've got no time for people like that. As far as I'm concerned, they should throw away the key.
So what did Bushell say when he met you?
He just started talking. You know, about this and that. I didn't want anything to do with him, but he kept on. I couldn't get rid of him. And then he said, would I take something in for one of his mates?
Do you know who?
Terry Stoker. I knew what he was talking about. I mean, everyone in there's doing cannabis, right? He said there'd be a drink in it for me. Well, I told him to... Where'd he get off?
And that's when he threatened you.
That Bushell's a nutter. I mean, a real nutter. What else could I do?
Well, you could have gone to the police.
Were you going to watch over my family day in, day out? I had to protect them.
Look, I'm not denying I use cannabis.
You'd have a job, given what you found in your place.
I started it inside. Helps me unwind. Look, I can give you a few names, all right?
What names?
We'll get the stuff off.
I'll do for starters. But I'm more interested in where it's going.
I told you! It's for my own consumption.
What? A 5-ounce block?
Get discount for buying it in bulk.
Tell me about Terry Stoker.
Terry Stoker?
Come on, Shane, do not insult my intelligence. You were his runner inside, now we know that.
Oh, Terry Stoker, I remember. What's he been telling ya?
Well, we haven't talked to him yet. We've been talking to Alan Harding.
Who?
The bloke you bumped into at the tube station last night.
I supplied some to him.
No, we know that, but who's it for?
I don't know.
Harding said it was for Terry Stoker.
I don't know anything about that.
Really?
You said you'd keep me out of this.
I said I'd try. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
It's all round the prison already, you know that, don't you?
That was always a risk.
I trusted you.
Hang on a minute. You got yourself into this mess. I tried to get you out of it. Anyway, you got what you wanted. They're moving you to Armley.
A fat lot of good that'll do me. Don't have to keep me in with the nonsense from now on.
Well, at least you'll be nearer your mum.
That old cow washed her hands of me years ago.
How long you got left to do?
14 months. Now when I get out, I can't come home.
Well, we did our best for you, Johnny.
Thanks a bunch.
You take care of yourself now.
I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
So how much did Harding have on him?
5 ounces. Enough for about 500 smokes.
Oh, we're going to have some fun in here this weekend.
Any joy on whoever it was tipped him off?
No. Look, I'm not saying the setup in here is perfect, but by and large, I reckon we do a pretty good job.
Not my place to judge.
Yeah, but it's easy, you know, just to walk in from the outside.
Look, I've got a job to do. If I discover something, I can't just ignore it.
You mean like we do?
I didn't say that.
No, it's only a minority, you know. A few rotten apples give us all a bad name. It's a bit like the police, really.
Point taken.
Yeah, see, for you, you walk out of here, your problems are over, ours are just beginning.
Here you go, son. Wake us up a bit, eh?
Hopefully.
Yes, love. What can I do you for?
I've just been raped. By my husband.
OK, Kathy, thanks. Right, it's Maggie Fisher, isn't it? I'm WPC Norika Data. Norika. My partner, WPC Michelle Hughes, will be here shortly. So will the DI. That's Detective Inspector Burnside. He'll be running the investigation. But Michelle and I will be the people looking after you. Right, before we go any further, could you tell me briefly what happened earlier this morning? It was this morning.
6:17. I saw the clock.
And it was your husband, you say?
Mark Fisher.
So, was this at home, in your flat?
House. In the bedroom.
And what happened? Briefly.
He wouldn't accept that when I said no, I meant no.
Michelle, what's the story?
I've only just got here, sir. Sorry. Looks like Norika's still getting the details.
Husband, isn't it?
According to Reg.
I've been waiting for one of these to turn up. Right, let us know as soon as you got something. That is, if there's anything to get.
We split up, you see, about 4 months ago. Last night we had a meal at a restaurant, the Palermo in Duke Street. I thought we were going to discuss, you know, selling the house and everything. But Mark...
It's okay, take your time.
Mark thought we were going to talk about getting back together, apparently. Anyway, he had too much to drink and couldn't drive, so I said he could stay at the house, on the sofa bed. Which he did. Till I woke up at 6:17 with him climbing all over me. I told him to get off. He wouldn't. He just kept saying I was his wife and he loved me. When I said I'd scream, he grabbed me here and said I'd better not. Then he raped me.
He forced you to have intercourse without your consent.
That's what rape means, doesn't it? Sorry.
It's okay. Then what happened?
Then he got dressed and went off to work.
And what did you do?
Got dressed, got a cab, came here.
Were you wearing anything in bed? Did you take a bath before you left?
No.
Or eat anything?
Full English breakfast.
Morning. Well, where's the father? I thought we got a rape on.
We have. Maybe.
Husband and wife.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Narika's going to tell us about it when she gets here. Oh.
Right, sir. Husband's name is Mark Fisher. She says he raped her this morning, then went off to work.
Sounds like some of the blokes I know. Well, face it, it's going to come down to arguing the toss about consent, isn't it?
Where is she now?
Narika's taking her to the rape suite.
And is this where the husband works? GR Financial Services?
In Holborn, yeah.
So what is he? Insurance salesman? Well, let's hope he's fully comprehensive then.
Thank you.
So, how can I help you?
I'm Detective Constable Lyons, Sunhill. This is DC Carver.
Oh, well, you wouldn't be our first police clients. Got a superintendent, in fact.
We're actually investigating a serious allegation made by your wife, Mr. Fisher. Rape.
Maggie's been raped?
Yes. She says by you. I thought you might like to come to the station with us, just to give us your side of the story.
There's a small bruise here. Hurt? Not really.
Any idea how you got it?
No.
Right. Show me how he gripped you.
Why would she say I raped her? I mean, okay, we're going through a bad patch right now, but that doesn't mean we can't sleep together, does it?
Let's get to the station, Mr. Fisher. We can sort it all out down there.
I mean, she's still my wife, right?
Hello, sir. We're upstairs. Sofa bed's in there. Still out. Used to her clearing up, I suppose.
Any sign of a fight or a struggle?
Bed was in a mess, but nothing extraordinary.
Blood.
No, sorry, sir.
What do you reckon?
Oh, well, there's definitely been intercourse recently. And there is some light bruising on her jaw, consistent with it having been gripped tightly. Nothing dramatic, though. For the rest, you'll have to wait for the report.
Right. She's still in the shower.
20 minutes.
Do you think we should check her?
Give her a little longer. Still a long way off the record.
You got the husband?
Yeah, he's downstairs waiting for a solicitor.
Oh, he's like that, is he?
Well, he doesn't deny sleeping with her. He just says she was a willing partner, that's all.
Like I said, it's all going to come down to consent.
Thank you, Perry Mason.
No, sir. Right, bye. They brought the husband in.
How do you feel?
Like I've been sandblasted.
You look great.
We have to get back to Sunhill, I'm afraid.
It's just getting settled in.
Sorry, this place is in demand. When you've had a chance to rest for a bit, we'll take you home or wherever. We'll take a proper statement from you later when you feel up to it.
I've already given you a statement, haven't I?
Not really. That was just a few facts to set the wheels in motion.
You mean I've got to go through it all, again, in more detail?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
You know, I'm not so sure about all this.
What do you mean?
Well, if you look at it logically, what he did wasn't anything I didn't let him do hundreds of times when we were together.
Force you to have sex with him against your will?
Persuade me, yes.
Threaten you with violence? Hurt you?
No.
The thing is, this morning when I came in, I was incensed. You know. I mean, how dare he? Now I don't know. I just don't know whether it's worth it, that's all.
Well, Maggie, you're the only person who can decide that. I mean, if you want to go on with this, we'll be right behind you, but you must want to. I mean, we can't pretend it's going to be easy in court. If it ever comes to court, you'll have to...
What do you mean, if? If it comes to court?
Well, so far, there's not a lot of evidence. It's only your word against his.
You've spoken to him?
One of our colleagues has.
And?
Well, I don't suppose it'll come as any surprise that he's saying you're a willing partner.
The little creep. All right, then. I'm all yours.
OK, Michelle, if you get things set up, I'll go and tell the DI we're back.
Right.
Jim, you busy? Good. I want you to go down to the Palermo restaurant. Talk to Manuel or Miguel, whoever it is runs the place. See if you can find any evidence to give this rape allegation some legs. Otherwise, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher are going to be sorting this one out themselves.
Right, Gov.
Norika,
We're back in the DVU, sir. Maggie Fisher wants to make a statement now.
she up to it?
Seems to be, yeah.
Right. Well, we better go and see what hubby's got to say. Come on, Tosh. Go.
Sir? Well, wouldn't it be better to wait till we got everything from Maggie? Give you more to go on.
And how long's that going to take? I mean, Fisher's downstairs now with his brief. They're hot to trot.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better if you had the full story, sir?
She was asleep. He came into the room. She said no. He said yes. He had his wicked way. That is the story. Her story. I think we should at least hear what he's got to say, don't you? I mean, for all we know, they might have spent a night of passion together. And she's got the hump because he forgot to kiss her goodbye.
I hardly think so.
Don't you believe it? Number of false alarms we get. Look, we know where he lives, right? So he can't go anywhere. So if Maggie does come up with something to nail him, which I doubt, we can always bring him back in again.
Sir.
So, Mr. Fisher, I'm Detective Inspector Burnside. I'm sorry about all this inconvenience, but a very serious allegation has been made against you. And obviously we have to investigate it. You understand?
Yes, of course.
You also understand that you're not under arrest. You're free to leave at any time. You also don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so. But what you do say may be given in evidence.
Well, my client is keen to cooperate fully with your inquiries, Inspector.
I'm glad to hear it, Mr. Ackland.
You're aware, I trust, that Mr. and Mrs. Fisher are separated. They're currently in dispute over the terms of the divorce.
So?
Well, obviously, if Mr. Fisher were in prison for rape, he'd be at a severe disadvantage contesting any settlement.
Ah, right. Interview with Mark Fisher. Those present, Detective Inspector Burnside, Detective Constable Lyons. Also present, Mr. Fisher's solicitor, Edward Atkin. 11:38. Right, Mr. Fisher, would you like to give us your version of what happened last night and this morning?
Well, my wife and I had dinner last night at an Italian restaurant, the Palermo.
Who invited who?
I can't really remember. It just came up in the conversation on the phone a few days ago. I think she suggested it so we could iron a few things out, and I thought she meant, you know, emotionally between us. And I thought, why not? Give it one last go, you know.
So you wanted to get back together again?
Quite honestly, before last night, I didn't know. I love her, but, you know.
So what happened?
We had a nice enough meal, civilized. She was very sweet, really, which surprised me. She can be very cutting. Anyway, by the time the bill arrived, I realized I'd drunk far too much to drive. We both had, so I said I'd get a cab home. She said that was silly, because I'd have to come all the way back here today, to pick the car up, and that I should doss down at the house.
She suggested that you come back?
Yes.
Go on.
Well, I did. We walked home, and she put me in the lounge on the sofa bed, and I went to sleep.
And?
Well, about 6 o'clock, I woke up, and I said to myself, this is silly, us like this, and I went upstairs.
Yeah?
I woke Maggie up, and I told her how I was feeling, that we shouldn't be apart.
And how did she react to that?
Well, she agreed.
That you should get into bed with her?
Yeah.
And then what?
My wife and I made love.
So you asked him back?
Yes. It was ridiculous him getting a cab. I never suggested he was coming back for anything except sleep. Alone, downstairs.
Even so, cosy meal for two, invitation back to your place. Some people might say you were asking for trouble.
They can say what they like. I didn't ask him to rape me.
You're not living at home at the moment then, Mr. Fisher?
With a friend in Fulham, left a couple of months ago.
Left or thrown out?
We agreed I should go, give us both some space.
So what was the trouble?
Difficult to say, really.
It's all right. I've been there. It's always something, though, isn't it? What was it, money?
Not really.
No, of course not. You both got good jobs, haven't you? Who, in fact, earns the most, you or your wife?
Is this relevant?
Well, I'm just trying to understand your relationship, Mr. Fisher. You see, you say that your wife agrees to you getting into bed and making love to her, and then she turns around and accuses you of rape because she thinks somehow that's going to get her a better divorce settlement.
I didn't say that. I don't know why she's doing this.
It's a possibility I've floated, Inspector. And after all, it's not uncommon to try to blacken one's partner in divorce cases, is it?
Well, it's a bit strong, though, isn't it? I mean, she must be earning a few quid, working for a city accountants. And you sell insurance?
I work in financial services, yes.
Well, I was just wondering who earns more, just out of interest.
She does, now.
And do you think this had anything to do with your marriage splitting up?
No, and it wasn't why I raped her either. I mean, it doesn't mean I raped her either.
It's all right, Mr. Fisher. I know what you mean.
Right, Maggie, just a few points I want to clarify if you can bear it. This bit where you say it never occurred to you that Mark might come into your room.
Yes.
Well, playing devil's advocate, I'd say that two people who were once close and have had quite an intense evening...
It wasn't intense.
Well, you said at one point he told you he still loved you.
Well, it wasn't intense for me. As far as I was concerned, we were discussing business.
OK. But if a bloke I'd just split up from had told me he still loved me and he'd been drinking and I asked him back to spend the night in another room, OK, but still in the same house, well, it would have at least crossed my mind that he might try something on.
He didn't try something on. He raped me. Look, I know Mark. I've lived with him for 4 years. It never occurred to me he'd do anything like that. To tell you the truth, I didn't think he had it in him. Ironic, isn't it? Was why I married him. The sex, if I'm honest. His mother thought I was after him for his money. Her boy was going to be rich and successful, apparently. But really, it was just great in bed. Once. I can hardly remember it now. Besides... Well, you're probably going to find out anyway now I've been opened to the world. There's somebody else. Has been for about a year. He was with me the night before Mark stayed.
So, if it wasn't the money or your wife's job, what was the problem?
I never said it wasn't her job. It was how much she earned that wasn't a problem. It was quite nice having so much coming in. Dinkies, you know. Dual income, no kids. Only she wanted to get on, climb the greasy pole, so she was around less and less. Always someone going under that she had to rush off to see in Dumfries or Wincanton or God knows where.
And you didn't like that?
You get married to be with someone.
So you drifted apart?
Suppose so.
Affairs?
Not me, no.
But her?
Dunno. You never know, do you?
But you suspected something?
Maybe.
So can I take it that your sexual relationship during this period was...
Oh, wonderful. Earth moved every night.
So before this morning, when was the last time you and your wife had sex together?
To be honest, I can't remember.
Because it was so long ago?
Because I can't remember.
So this morning, she suddenly has a complete change of heart?
Female prerogative, I thought, changing your mind.
And saying no, even to her husband?
She didn't say no.
You sure about that, Mr. Fisher?
Yes.
You sure you didn't misinterpret a no for a yes? Think she was playing hard to get?
No.
Maybe you decided to ignore it altogether, show who was boss.
No.
Let me get this right, Mr. Fisher. You say that your wife went off you. Then all of a sudden, she changes her mind and lets you make love to her. Then immediately afterwards, she changes her mind back again, comes straight down here and reports you for raping her. Is that what you're saying?
All I know is she was fine when I left. Even took her a cup of tea, same as usual.
She didn't drink it.
Your wife has some marks on her jawline, Mr. Fisher. Bruises. Consistent with someone gripping her hard there. Do you know anything about that?
No.
She says you did it. While you forced her to have sex with you.
Well, I suppose she'd have to, wouldn't she? I mean, for all I know, she might have been with a different man every night for the past 4 months, mightn't she?
Do you think she has been? Not knowing what your wife has been up to has been getting to you, hasn't it, Mr. Fisher?
I believe her, sir. So does Michelle.
What about this Fisher character?
Glib.
Sells insurance. Well, that doesn't make him a rapist. Did he put his story to the wife?
Yeah, she agrees with it. Only, of course, she says she said no. He says she said yes.
And what about the restaurants?
Well, there's nothing there, sir. The manager reckons they had a quiet meal. They drank a couple of bottles of house white. He doesn't know who had how much, and they left about 11.
Well, it's your call, Frank. I've got no words of wisdom.
Well, I don't think we got enough to charge. I mean, I'm going to shove it up to the Can't Prosecute Service, but I can't see them being very impressed.
Great. I can't wait to tell Maggie.
For what it's worth, Norika, I think he probably did it. But I also reckon he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. I mean, the finger marks on the face might have swung it, but now there's a boyfriend in the frame.
Well, they can't use that against her in court.
Oh, come on.
Well, they're not meant to. But any defence brief worth his salt will try and bring it in.
Why don't we put an ad in the paper? If your husband rapes you, don't bother the Met, because there's nothing we can do.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, in this case, on this evidence, there isn't.
About time.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. You'd be pleased to know, Mr. Fisher, that our inquiries are now complete.
Oh, good.
But we will be forwarding the papers to the CPS for their decision. My advice to you, in your own best interest, is to stay well away from Mrs. Fisher. We wouldn't want any more misunderstandings between you, would we?
Mr. Fisher and I have already discussed what he should and shouldn't do, Inspector.
Good. Right, you're free to go. Oh, Reg, do me a favour. Could you show these two gentlemen out, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks for your cooperation, Mr. Fisher.
Would you like to come this way, gents?
Marital rape, Gov.
Alleged.
I blame the feminists myself. So they got going, it wasn't even a crime, was it?
You mean I've been through all that for nothing?
It's not for nothing, Maggie. We've done all we can. Now it's up to the CPS.
So, what's to stop him coming back and doing it again?
Well, he's been warned to stay right away from you. And there's no reason now for him to come over to this part of town, is there?
Who knows?
Cheer up, Frank. You did your best.
Yeah, except no one's happy.
Your friend's getting here at 3, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll wait with you till she comes.
Oh, it's not necessary, really.
Well, I don't think you should be alone.
Right. Thanks.
Hello.
What the hell are you doing here?
I live here.
Not anymore.
I've decided to move back.
You can't.
After taking legal advice.
How dare you? Get him out!
And who might you be?
WPC Data, Sun Hill Police.
Oh, well, I don't think she can get me out, darling.
You said he's been warned to stay away.
He has.
But I wasn't charged with anything. I wasn't even arrested. So, according to my solicitor, there's absolutely no reason I can't come back here. To my own home. Is there, Constable? Oh, apparently, it's very important I should be living here right now, for the final settlement. Possession being 9/10 of the law and all that.
You bastard. You complete and utter bastard.
You don't do anything you might regret, do you?
Maggie, I think we should talk.
Is it true? You really can't get him out?
Well, in law, He hasn't actually done anything wrong.
He raped me, remember?
But nothing's been proved yet. You could try to get an injunction.
Oh, thanks.
Where are you going?
I can't stay here. Should have kept my big mouth shut, shouldn't I?